Sanvi Sud, who started off the match, the last match against the Patriots, with boundaries in succession, has continued where she's left off. In the very first delivery, a square drive for 4, as the Freedom Flyers won the toss for the second straight time and decided to bat yet again. So the Titans on the field, Flyers in the wicket. So Suhani will be bowling, opening the bowling.
Mitalaji, sorry to disturb you. Do you have a team sheet for the Titans by any chance?
This one is just punched into the offside, but it's between backward square and gully. Far south field on this side.
I will write one for you, sir.
And it comes back for just one.
I will write one for you.
So 2 more
I'll write one for you.
for Sanvi Sood. In her first match, she scored 17 off of a mere 11 deliveries. Now she has 6 off of just 3. Last time, Sanvi Sood opened batting with Chetna. This time she's opening batting with Lassia. Here's Sood, backing across. There's an appeal, but a stifled one. Beautifully bowled by Suhani, just short of a length, and having Sood just fishing. Getting some seam action as well for the medium pacer. There's a breeze coming across her body. Getting some seam action, gets under it high in the air, and it falls short. Oh, and she'd have been left for dead with a run out, and she misses the wicket. So Sood survives not only the ball dropping short of the fielder, but the run out as well. Not happy with herself.
Who is the wicketkeeper, Mitalaji? No, Aparna is fielding.
So we're still in this very first over. This is the last delivery. It skied in the air off the top edge, and it fell short of mid-off, but then Sood was left for dead. If it hit the stump, she'll be on her way.
No, I can't be, sir.
Short delivery, cut away. Oh, and it's dropped. Had to take one step to her right. It was forward of point. And that was a drop catch, a chance. And Sanvi Sood and Lasaya Bandru survive. Here's the batting scorecard so far. Sood and Lasaya Mulapari opening batting.
Who is the third woman? The third man, sir.
Anushka, Anaya Anish, Ritu Singh at number 5. The star of the show, Disha,
Looks like a Suhan.
who was the player of the match in the first match with 33 runs and 4 wickets. She bats at number 6.
John might be going all the way and getting
Chetna, who opened the batting, will be batting at number 8 today. Pooja Shah, Hiranya Singh Talan, Lasya Bandru, and Jivana Aras. So Nidhi Chuka will be bowling from this very same southern end. Just to increase the over rate, the umpires have asked to bowl 4 overs at a time on each end, so the field doesn't have to change after every 6 balls. So a beautiful cover drive, but straight to extra cover.
the Nidhi Chuka, right? The bowler? Oh, shot. Oh my God, shot. Thank you. What's the sheet?
So we have a
I don't have the
change.
numbers, but I can.
So the new bowler, we stand corrected, is Sasha.
No, sir. Nidhi Chuka.
It still is Nidhi Chuka. So we're just getting our information coming through slowly but surely. So Nidhi Chuka is the bowler.
Temporary profile. Wide, got it, sir. Got it. Got it.
That was a wide delivery. One more to the total.
He also missed it. Yeah, I'll tell. Chuka, CHU. KKA. Will come back. Yeah. So what happened was first ball was dot, then the wide. Did they take single? Yeah, wide and a single.
It's going to be a wide. Another wide to the total.
Yeah, wide and a single. Lasia go back to strike.
So Lasia, who did not open the batting in the first match, gets a chance today to open in the innings in the second match. Again, the breeze is coming across the body of the right-hander.
Wide plus one. Two wides.
So
One
Nidhi,
wide, one wide.
with that natural outswing action going across the left-hander, is having a hard time finding her line and length. Going against the right-handed Sood.
Fielding my hack. That could have been one.
So Sanji Sood, her favorite cricket player is Jeremiah Rodriguez. And then her favorite male cricketer is Virat Kohli, because he's very disciplined and knows how to stay in shape. He's also a really good batter and has very good technique. Wicketkeeper puts this one down. So Ashika Galapati with the gloves today behind the stumps. So it's going to be a free hit after the no ball. So it's up in the air. It's going to go over cover. One bounce over the ropes. 4 runs for Sood.
All good, Nidhi. All good, Nidhi.
She is an adventurous batter rather, and gets yet another boundary.
All good, Nidhi. Reset, girl, reset. Come, Nidhi. Come, Nidhi.
Wide plus one.
Come, Nidhi.
One wide plus one. Now Sun is on strike.
Square drive with his protectionist between the legs, and Sood will get another single.
You're in. Lefty.
So Nidhi Chuka still trying to find her line and length.
To the last.
Seems to be doing well with the right-hander, but with the left-hander, can't seem to adjust her line.
Come, Nidhi. Come, Nidhi.
Coming around the wickets. Salasia. Good delivery, beautiful deliveries, appeal. Umpires unmoved.
Half ball.
Here's that delivery again, just outside of stump, and fishing was Lasia. This one is just punched. This will be a dot ball, a valuable dot ball for the Titans. And that gets them through 2 overs. After 2 overs, we'll get the total for you guys as soon as we get word. So So Suhani will continue her second over.
dot, and no ball.
Bowling to the adventurous Sud. It's going to be a wide, and again, Suhani having a hard time
All good, Sue. All good, Sue.
adjusting her line and length.
Come, Sue. Come, Sue.
I think Sud back on strike. So flash. So now Suhani back on strike.
Got it, Sue. Got it, Sue.
Suhani to the adventurous Sud.
No.
Leaves it a go, and another wide. The breeze has really picked up since the lunch break, and it's coming from the top of your screen to your bottom. It's coming from the right of Suhani all the way to the left. So it's taking the ball away from the right hander and behind the legs of the left. As a result, Suhani has been bowled another wide. Oh, this one is smashed over mid-off, and it's gone for 6.
No worries, Sue. No worries.
Well, she is rampant.
Come, Sue. Come, Sue.
Sanvi Sood
One problem, they did not register.
is in the mood.
Come, Sue. Come, Sue.
Chuka's name is not.
Is in the mood after the boundaries in the first inning. She's continuing where she left off in the second. Short of a length, gets back and rocks it over mid-off. So a maximum, that is the 4th 6 so far today.
Got it, Sue.
And Suhani's confidence has to be wavering. Gone again, over long on. One bounce, it's in that patch, but it's gone over the ropes for 4.
No worries, Sue. No worries.
So Sood, a 6 and a 4 in the last 2 deliveries. To go along with 2 wides means 12 runs in the first 2 deliveries, registered deliveries. So that is the end of another over. 5 overs in the books. So 47 for 1. Sood is back in the pavilion for what was a very quick fire knock for 23. 30 runs off of 23 deliveries.
Right arm around.
3 4s, 2 6s for the quick scoring right-hander. So another change. So Sunday Imodi. Over the top. Would it go all the way? Stopped at the ropes. And Disha does a great job pulling it back from the ropes for just 2. So Malapuri continues her scoring. She's 9 off of 6. Beautiful delivery. So we had
That's fine.
Nehek Desai spin a web in her last over.
Coming over.
And we have another leg spinner as the 50 comes up with that single. Bandaru, the right-hander, Malapudi, the left-hander. Chips and drives beautifully. Beat short extra cover. So another single. Oh, and it completely beats the left-hander. She was playing for the turn. This one went straight on. Chips and drives. And that's going to be another boundary for Malapudi. So Malapudi getting to the pitch of the ball and just driving it over cover for 4. So the leg break bowler. Oh, again, just short of a length. And that is the end of another over. 6 overs in the books. And the Flyers continue to push on. It's now 55 for 1 after 6. Sanvi Sood again providing that early push in the power play for the Flyers. 30 off of 23. Malapudi 14 off of 10. Just got her second boundary. And Bandaru slowly getting herself into form. So Mehek Desai, who got the wicket of Sood, will continue on a very breezy Groveland, Florida day. Oh, it's a stumping. Mehek Desai with a bit of witchcraft. Fantastic delivery. Drew Mulapuri into the shot and then left us standing at the altar. That's actually Bandaru. Mulapuri is the left-hander, Bandaru the right-hander. So Bandaru will depart for just 2. So Bandaru departs and Desai gets a second wicket in successive overs. She has been the player that has pegged the Flyers back. Mahek's figures at this point is 1.1 overs, 2 wickets. I would say about 2 or 3 runs.
Wait. Arrow.
Ananya Naish, who was bowled from the off-spinner Chopra in the first innings, had a few runs.
Which one do you want? What guard do you want?
But after seeing Sood
here,
being
away-
bowled
away
neck
from
and
you.
crop
Leg stump.
and then a stumping, it means Desai is spinning a web from the northern end.
Right arm over, 5 to go.
No!
She's playing within her crease,
Yeah.
despite Mahik trying to float it or give it air. Fantastic stumping by Kariapati. Again, the delivery is spot on. Line, length, guile, the turn, everything you want from a leg spinner.
Your call? Waiting.
Mahek's favourite female player, like we mentioned, Hayley Matthews. Her favourite male player, Hardik Pandya. The wicketkeeper batter, aggressive. And she loves his style because he loves the way he performs under pressure and keeps calm. Opening the face of the bat, running it behind point. And Anaya Anish is off the mark. Well, she has the perfect song for a leg break bowler. Her favourite song is Just Keep Watching by Take McRae. As the batters in her first 2 overs have just been watching.
See over.
And that is the end of a very quick 7th over. 58 for 2.
Yeah, put one straight. Yeah, okay. Disher, can you go out? One right arm over.
So the music in my island is calypso, okay? Calypso, and it's very, very. This is way back when. The guy with the guitar who sings very calmly, right? So the other famous
Right arm over.
calypso called Relator, because you could relate to him. And he would sing, and he sang a whole song about cricket. And all he would sing is about lovely day for cricket, blue skies and gentle breeze. So you look up in the sky, you see the blue skies, and you feel the gentle breeze. It's a lovely day for cricket, like in San Diego. This one short and punched into cover, beats extra cover, they'll get the single. And it is.
She's over. Right arm over.
So Savi Imadi
Right arm around.
continuing.
Right arm around. If it's
She
the
hasn't
middle
got
you
the
want,
wickets as
toward
they
you a little
say,
bit.
but she's
Like a
certainly
millstone.
pegged the Flyers back. Has that lovely drift. So Malapuri down the wickets and drives. Came off the toe of the bat. She moves to 15 now. And Anish is starting to see the ball and pick up the line a little quicker.
Batsman.
So what
For the
we've
right
seen
pitch
in
is
the
over,
last
for
two
the left
deliveries.
pitch is run, okay?
So over to the righty, around to the lefty.
How many? One.
And we've seen a couple stumpings so far today, so the batters are a little hesitant on leaving the crease. We saw Samiksha Sivakumar get a wicket earlier today from a stumping. This one's a little flatter and a square drive over the top, one bounce, over the rope, 4 runs. And Malapuri is in the mood.
All good, Sandy, all good.
Over pitch, loose delivery. And the lefty just opened the face of the bat and scooped it over cover for 4.
No.
And that's the way you bounce back. Hitting your straps just short of a length. Playing from the crease, little hesitation.
That's the over.
That is the end of a very fast over. 8 overs completed.
Maybe you want to take that with you.
Okay.
Score now is 60, we'll get confirmation, 65 for the loss of 2 after 8 overs. Very similar to what we saw in the Flyers' first innings.
Absolutely right.
Actually, maybe a little bit better, but we have to remember in the Flyers' first innings that exquisite partnership between Disha and Ritu Singh came about.
They were 59.
They were 59 at this point
For 4 in
for 4 as compared to the 65 for 2.
the bowler is Mahak.
So Mahek will continue to dazzle this Flyers lineup. Has such a smooth run up on delivery. Seems to invite everybody to come along and play, but as soon as the ball pitches, leaves everyone behind.
That's it, Mahek, that's it.
The first ball is being scored.
So her figures right now, 2.1 overs, 2 for 6.
Yeah. Come back.
A little bit loose.
Let's go.
Everything that a captain would expect from a leg spinner. It's 4 runs. Just conceded her first boundary in her third over. As we take a look at the rest of the Flyers, who already have a victory under their belt.
All good, Mahek, all good.
Guys, how much points for the Flyers in the first match? Flyers have already secured 57 points in their first outing against the Patriots. This one is tossed up, didn't turn.
Yeah. 3-1. Lefty. Checking middle, and then checking off. Thank you.
Interesting guard by Mulapudi. Arcs for a middle, and then a middle and off. And if you talk to a professional cricketer, she's going to want to try and go over mid-wicket with that guard. Comes right across the stumps and does exactly that. Well, I'm just a commentator,
Yeah. Fielding.
but
Fielding soft.
I'm going to let the cat out of the bag pretty soon. Mulapudi gets 2 more. I was very fortunate.
From Mahek,
My
from
father
Mahek.
and my uncle both played for the West Indies. Charlie Davis, Brian Davis, one of only 4 brothers to ever play at the same time. So we've talked cricket, breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I can tell you what every guard means and where the batter wants to go with it.
Yes.
And she's held out to mid-wicket. Mulapudi has dipped into the well once too many times. That's the 3rd wicket, and it all belongs to Mahek Desai. Caught by Captain Gitika. Safe pair of hands. Pitches one up. She came down the track again, trying to go over mid-wicket. And an easy catch by Gitika. Had the opportunity, the privilege to see Gitika captain the women's U15 against the West Indies U15 in Fort Lauderdale. And I have to tell you, Gitika was head and shoulders above the rest at that stage. This was 3 years ago. And she's quite the cricketer. Very much a captain. Actually, that day I labelled her Captain Fantastic.
She was the captain for U19 World Cup in 2023 at South Africa.
And we're going to get the microphone back on Siva, the scorer, as he's about to announce a little bit more information on Gitika. So the 3rd wicket to fall, 72 for 3. All at the hands or the fingers or the wrists of Mahek
Come
Desai.
Mahek, come Mahek.
Can you hear me, Ryan?
And this one was the googly, the
Bowling
wrong one.
girl.
So we're just talking about the captain, Captain Fantastic, Gitika, who took a catch in mid-wicket. Siva?
Yes, I was just telling Ryan that she was the captain for under-19 USA women's team, the historic World Cup. They went very first time to South Africa, 2023. She led the team to South Africa.
Has the experience, has that way about her in leading players.
And talking about the captains, the captain Chetna Reddy Bhagidalia herself in the crease now. Anjana. Number 4.
So Anjana will bowl another wrist spinner.
Come Anjana, come Anjana.
We've seen some diminutive players in our time, and Anjana fits that bill. Beautifully bowled right off the first delivery, something that Captain Gitika will approve of.
Bowling Anjana, bowling Anjana.
3 spinners in succession, all leg spinners.
Yeah, 1.
This one is punched for a single.
Come Anjana, come Anjana.
So Chetna had 17 runs in the first innings. She was the anchor of the innings in the first. And this one was stuck in the hands and it's smashed. With this protection there for the leg spinner.
Back, back, back.
So it's going to be a no ball.
Go back up.
The ball bounced twice.
All good, Anjana, all good.
Got it, got it.
And the referee, this one stuck into the hands of Anjana. And you expect that every so often from your leg spinner.
And a free hit too.
And a free hit to Ananya, who's down the ground and smashes it between long on, long off. Long on comes across.
Fielding Disha.
Fantastic stop at the deep. So Disha Dingla down at the deep, stopping it at long on to prevent the boundary. And now the lefty Chetna. Remember, loose delivery. Well, the first delivery was on point. The last three have been wayward. Lovely drift and guile, unkind from the umpire. Understands if it goes behind the batter's back, it's a wide, but
All
the
good, Anjana, all
drift
good.
and guile of that delivery by Anjana was majestic. In any other form of the game, it'll be a perfect delivery. Gets it on the full. And 4 runs, tucked away beautifully by Chetna, her first boundary.
Got it, Anjana, come Anjana.
So Anjana struggling to find her length. One stuck in her fingers, this one was tossed up.
Got it, Anjana.
And because there's very little room for error with a leg spinner, maybe it's harder for them once shooken up. And a sweep shot, 4 more. It's very hard for them to get back into groove because a very, very short window of perfection and error.
And bowling to a left-hander is
And because, like you said, Siva, turning towards the left-hander's legs, it's always going to be a thankless job.
Come Anjana.
Chetna starting to get going. 2 boundaries in succession. Playing from a crease. This time, umpire signals a late wide.
Come Anjana, you got it, you got it.
So the single will bring up 15 runs in this over. I know that's a point somewhere, Siva.
absolutely. It's a 16-run over.
So an extra point for the batting team, and that's the end of a very long Anjana over.
They get 2 bonus points.
88 overs, 88 runs scored in 10 overs. That's the halfway point for these two teams.
Come Mahak.
So many points. So
I hope they give us some time to come. You know she has time to get in and then go. Mahek's with a 4th over in on the trot.
That's it, Mahak, that's it, Mahak.
.1 overs, 3 for 13. She's the one player that's been pegging the Flyers back. Gets it on the full, beautifully played. Oh, and it's through the legs, it's 4. That's going to hurt Mahek, who's been putting on a show on her end. 4 more to the total. And Chetna with the 3rd
Come
boundary
Mahak, come
in
Mahak.
just about 5 deliveries. Drives in the air, long off, 1 bounce. It was hit with so much pace by Chetna that you can understand why long off was so apprehensive. Anish
Bowling
playing from a
girl.
crease, but that was the wrong one. Ananya Anish. Cut away. It's going to beat that short third man. Does he have enough legs to get to the boundary? Just short. So Anish gets 2 more. So Anish, your favorite female cricketer is Smriti Mandana. She's an amazing opening batter and enjoys that skill. This one is tossed up and punched. Another single. So the runs are really flowing now for the Flyers. What was a 16-run over in the last is now another expensive over. This is the scorecard. Chetna with 15 off of 3 boundaries. Anish just a little bit more apprehensive, 15 off of 16. But the damage by Sood with 30 off of 23. And last year, Mulapuri with 21 off of 16.
Arvind went. Call Arvind. He went to pick up the ice. Bowler Geetika Kodali, captain or something.
So the captain herself, otherwise known as Captain Fantastic, Geetika, with her medium pace. Down the leg side, not so fantastic.
Look too, easy too.
And it's going to be a few wides. Now Siva, you scrambled to the microphone when Geetika came on to bowl.
Yeah, she has an experience, and looks like they needed some break, so she's bringing herself on. Let's see whether she can deliver it.
Anish is back because the players or the fielders
Up your end.
are a little apprehensive after defending so many boundaries in the last 3 or 4 overs that the single seems to be in play.
That was a quick single, played with the soft hands, quick call, well responded by the non-striker. Take a single, rotate the strike, go to the other end, watch the batting from the other end.
Triple figures are up 100 on the board just for 3 wickets. Flyers scored 170 in their first innings against the Patriots. Now 103 in this, just the 12th over. Short and pulled away beautifully. Got a leading edge.
Good thinking by Geetika. This is the first bouncer we see right at the head of the batter.
I'm going to ask a very controversial question here.
Let's go, Ryan.
So we enjoy T20 cricket, we love the runs and so on, but there's a bit of a complaint that after years of watching so many runs being scored in T20 cricket, after this delivery, opening the face of the bat, beautiful shot, maybe the shot of the day, opening the face of the bat, and Anish gets 4.
Beautifully placed to the third man, vacant third man area, which is controversial as well, Ryan, whether it is to be called as a third man. But that vacant area, she got a beautiful boundary there.
Seema, we only call it third person from here.
Third person from here as per our umpiring panel head, Sundar.
And he will get the accreditation for that term.
Yep, he should file a patent for it.
Imagine if he makes a T-shirt out of it. You're a millionaire. Third person.
Beautiful played softball. You hit a boundary, take a single, go to the other end, give strike to the other batter.
Well, her
Well
favorite
thinking by Ananya.
her favorite player was Smriti Mandana, an opener, and she loves her technique. That was some Mandana type technique there. Also her favorite male player, Virat Kohli. Said it's the best batter she's ever seen. But here's Chetna. Short delivery, just turned off the hips. And it's going to beat backward square. Saved right at the boundary.
I would say that's not a good running. It wasn't a boundary. There is.
Come Geet, come Geet.
So she got there, Janya. But look what happens to her foot. As she stops it, it goes over there. And
Yeah.
that is a boundary. But I don't
Ryan,
think...
well watched by Ryan, but we have this view here, but unfortunately the umpires can. Oh, it came back. That is a good sportswoman spirit.
Excellent. And I love your adjustment there, Siva. Fantastic. Oh, this is just... It's not a boundary, but the sound of leather on willow on a cut shot, it's something only cricketers can appreciate.
Okay, now the score is 1-1-1. Famous word we always hear, Nelson, Ryan. Do you have a history for this word?
No, I would love to hear it.
Okay, so this happened when I met umpire Steve Buckner in one of the women's game. He came and umpiring, so I talked to him.
Yeah.
So he explained to me there was a rumor, there was a person called Nelson who has a one leg and a one hand. He was not existed, but there was a rumor in UK.
Okay,
So-
folklore.
Yeah, so that's how they say it. It's a Nelson. Yeah, it's kind of unlucky.
Yes.
So he lost one leg and one hand. And if you watch some of the international games,
Yeah.
you will see the umpire they raise the leg when it is a 1-1-1.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
so
love it.
They want to give that support, so they don't want that
Okay.
1-1-1. Another two legs giving another 1-1 in a odd fashion. So they wanted to give a even, so they'll raise a leg.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cricket, all its nuances. Chetnut cuts away again.
You got the bowler, sir? Yeah, Sun.
Sanvi Mari
Anjana, come in.
was roughed up in her first over. And is coming back again to try to tidy things up.
White ball.
And it beats the keeper, so it's not just one wide. There will be multiple wides.
You got it, son.
Well, it's time to let the cat out of the bag. The favorite song for Anish is The Weekend, by The Weekend, called Timeless. Oh, beautiful delivery. Had that bounce that only a leg spinner can get.
Absolutely. I loved that variation.
So Sanvi Imari has come back, roaring back to tidy up his spell. Just 4 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Anisha's goal is to make for the US women's national team. I would say with 21 of her 21, she seems to be working her way towards that goal.
Putting some pressure there by Sanvi Imadi. 3 dot balls.
Stay low.
Can Ananya Anis do something different here? What's your prediction of this ball, Ryan?
Wrong on.
Wrong one is the verdict here, and she goes cut to the point, and beautiful throw there by Suhani. Single.
Coming round.
Round the wicket to the left hand, and Chetna, who's been savage to leg spinners. Anything towards her legs, the slug sweep, the flick, the on drive has all been in play. And she punches it to mid-on. It hits the bat of Anish. Apologies from the non-striker. So Anish gave us one of the funniest things that ever... What's the funniest thing that ever happened to you? Anish said, I once played a game where I was batting and there were 9 slips. Malcolm Marshall was not bowling. So that is pretty funny.
That is really a funny thing. It rarely happens.
It rarely happens.
Rarely happens in women's cricket
No.
and youth cricket.
Yep.
That could be a situation. The
Somebody was
bowling
having a
team
laugh.
might be already
Yes.
won.
Correct.
So one
Let's
ball
try
needed,
it.
Yeah,
Let's try it.
25 runs. So
Yeah.
they just do it. So that's amazing. Yeah, some people take that as a very sportive and take it funny. some people take it as, oh, why are you doing this? But rules allow. You can do it whatever you want within the rules.
Famous story. And I'm going to, yeah, now we have a little bit of time. A young Australian batter was coming to play against Malcolm Marshall, Kirtley Ambrose, Courtney Walsh, and Patrick Patterson.
Okay.
I'll tell you after this ball. Oh, this one is smashed, but there's cover out there. And West Indies tour of Australia. They play against county games to get everybody gearing to go.
Yep.
Gordon Greenidge was the captain. Viv Richards was on the field that day. And this young Australian batter came to bat. And he looked around and he took his guard and as he looked up, he saw a squadron of slips and gullies. And there was one fielder front of square. This one is pulled away. No fine leg. There's a patch down there. Makes no difference though. 4 runs. And Gordon Greenidge was setting the field and he looks at the youngster. He said, sorry son, if you want to drive today, buy a car.
I love those words.
There will be nothing.
There'll
be nothing up to the battery.
Maybe with this voice. Let me guess. If you want to drive,
Correct.
you buy a car.
Buy a car, son.
Man. Something like that. Not
Correct.
that close, but
Correct. So you get the picture.
what an intimation. Oh, it's facing those bowlers. It's not that
Oh.
easy, Ryan, I'm sure.
Well, I was going to ask you a question after Gitika bowled a nice short ball that sort of caught the batter by surprise. It was one of the things that allure people to cricket. It's the uncertainty. But it seems that a lot of tools have been taken away from the bowler and may have been gone too far, Siva?
No,
You
it's
don't think
still bowlers has a say in the game. There
Still
are
have
a lot
enough-
of rules still there.
Still enough tools to work with?
Yeah, they are still able to bowl 1 bouncer per over just under the head. They can use that. So
Now,
in a-
Siva, imagine if you come in to take a guard and there was no restriction on bouncers. Talk about uncertainty, correct?
True. And
Don't leave your helmet. Don't leave your helmet back in the dressing room.
yeah,
Pulled away beautifully, wristy player. It's a single, a sad single, because the shot was so nice. So Ananya Anish goes to 24th of 25. Now Chetna's still 27 off of 15. She's been off a strike for a while. Chopped onto her pad. Gitika has that lovely natural height that a medium pacer adores. Has a nice arm action as well. Just operates off of 10 paces. You know when you're starting to see the ball well, when you just punch it and it goes all the way to the boundary, not for a boundary, but to the boundary.
that's the feeling of
You're seeing the
Being
ball
in
like
the-
a beach ball in Florida,
pumpkin-like.
pumpkin-like in South India. So that takes us through yet another over.
Yep. Ryan, what do you think? The water went in. The message would have went in. What do you think?
Open your shoulders,
Open their
compromise your
shoulders.
shape,
Okay.
swing for the fences,
Okay.
madam.
I'm sure the coach Sindhu herself would have told, open your shoulder, but
Yep.
keep the shape.
Keep the shape.
Keep the shape. Or do you think they might be taking a power play number 2 anytime? Batting power play?
You know what? I think if Shetna maybe taking a strike, they will take that chance. But without Ritu Singh not being in the wicket, they are really going to be very selective on when they're going to take that power play if she's not in there.
Okay.
I think
This
Chetna will have to be taking strike first.
But they have 2 more overs to decide that. This is over number 15. Yep. Sanvi continues her 4th over, 3.1, 21 for none.
Beautiful.
Beautifully ball right at across the left-hander.
Down the ground she comes and drives beautifully. Have to say, Chetna's innings in the first, it just seems to be a warning sign for everyone else for the upcoming innings, because right now in her second innings, using her feet well, talk about the shape, has been fantastic.
Yep, she has that natural neck of hitting the boundaries whenever she needs to hit, and she can hold the innings as well. Beautifully played by Ananyani, straight to the mid-on, long on fielder Disha Dhingra, throw back to the bowler.
Score creeps on, 128 for 3. Still have 5 overs remaining after this one. I'll give you my prediction. Down the track again, and Chetna again.
Chetna goes down the track and it clears the boundary. No, it's one bounce.
Using her feet to perfection. She's really picking up the line and the length of the ball. Chetna, chip and charge. Getting to the pitch and the full swing of the bat. It always looks better with a left-hander, Siva.
That is absolutely.
True, I agree. I will get that.
So her name is Chetna Reddy Pagidalaya. So people call her CRP.
CRP.
CRP. And well fielded by Isani Waghela at the covers. Right technique, throw back to the keeper with a one bounce. These are the things you see with the experienced players, Ryan. The throwing. This is a beautiful turf wicket. They throw on the pitch, goes to the tummy height to the field. Bowler or the wicket keeper to receive it very easily. We see some youngsters trying to throw hard. They throw
To the bowler's end especially. Yep.
Yeah, they throw mostly York the bowlers. It's very hard to do anything with that.
Fingers Swiss, that's terrible.
So you can see the experienced fielders throwing right at the tummy height with the one bounce to collect it easily.
Well, 5 overs remaining. 124. They got to 170 in their first match. And I think they can hit just about that, Siva. I think 170 is still in play, especially if Ritu Singh comes in and has any sort of type of inning she had before. We get back to 170. 5 overs remaining. That will require 55 runs to get to 170.
It is gettable. It's 11 runs per over.
And that will score a lot of points in your book.
Yep. And they can get a bonus points when they hit that. But known from the Geetika's experience and the bowlers she has, she will definitely going to make it
harder
to the batters for sure. And the good thing for the flyer side is both Ananya and Chetna Reddy Pagidalaya has been in the crease for a while. They are seeing the ball like a pumpkin. They might be able to go for that 11 runs per over target for sure. I'm not sure what's the message from their dugout, but Suhani. Bowler Suhani Tadani comes back to the attack. Another Bay Area player.
So they have one more power play in their pouch that can be played in the next 2 overs.
There are a lot.
So a power play now has been requested.
That is correct, Ryan.
And
no, 2. No, sir, 2. No, she's inside. Yeah.
And with the medium pacer coming back in, maybe a time to limit this Flyers' assault. I mean, the partnership has gone from strength to strength with Chetna, and Anish.
And they have long on and deep cover. on this power play for Suhani to Ananya. Beautiful length there. Beautifully diving stop there. Oh, and a direct hit. No
Well,
damage done there. A single.
Good cricket all around.
Good cricket all around, we say.
Good delivery. The shot
And-
wasn't bad
and
as
you
well.
can see the experience of international players, how quickly they are changing and get ready before the bowlers ready for the next ball. That's how the game has to move fast. You can clearly see the national player come out to the crease from the inner circle to the boundary rope within a fraction of a second. Get ready for the next ball.
Down the leg side,
Down
and
the
that's
leg
going to be costly. It's a wide, but more importantly, it knocks her off of her line and now has to regroup to come back to the left-hander. Chetna goes across the line of the ball,
Come, Geet.
beats mid-wicket,
Go, Geet.
and comes back for a long two.
Ryan, there is another famous word we use in the cricket field. Instead of deep mid-wicket, sometimes they call it cow corner.
Cow corner,
Cow corner.
love it.
So it's again came from the olden England cricket
Sure.
grounds where the cows
Yes,
has been at that corner.
yes.
So they somehow said fielder,
Cow
hey,
corner.
you go to cow corner. So that's how it is still. And beautiful stop by Sanvi there. Ah,
Well, the fielding matched the shot. Chetna rocked back and punched that through cover.
Are you going point?
But
so
the
far
sta-
very good
the
standard.
bowling. The standard of cricket, what we're seeing today, is exceptional.
Awesome, Ryan. Awesome to hear
It's
that.
something we're learning to expect in women's cricket. Full delivery.
Ready, Sue.
More importantly, no boundaries. So at this point, it is 7 runs in 5 deliveries for Suhani.
If you want to get a bonus point as a batting team in this power play too, 1 bonus point, you need to score 11 runs, and 2 bonus points, you need to score 14. And knowing Chetna, and she goes her favorite area to the cow corner. And beautiful diving stop by Sasha and throws.
Starting to see Chetna really start to go across the line of the ball now. That ball was on middle stump, middle and off. Went through mid-wicket. And the scorecard looks like this. Sud, 30 off of 23. Laisa Mulapuri, 21 off of 16. Fantastic start yet again for the Flyers. Bandaru didn't have the best of chances out there. She was out by Desai. Another fantastic delivery by Mehek. And Anish and Chetna have been juggernauts, stopping the flow of wickets and really setting the tone now for the Flyers coming towards the end.
Yep, it is
Something they did with Disha
Patriots
and
in the
Ritu
morning.
Singh in
Yep.
the previous innings.
Yep. It's 4 overs left, 7 wickets in hand. They can go for it. And we have a privilege to have former international player, Mr. Shiv Chandrapal sir is here.
Smash, but long one is there for protection. Shivnarine Chandrapal actually had the record for one time for the quickest, I believe, century, was it?
Oh,
50 runs in Guyana in border?
okay.
I believe so. The second most prolific batter in West Indies history, behind, of course, Brian Lara.
Why don't we get him on the commentary? You want? Yeah, for a couple of hours. Bring him, sir.
Driven.
Chetna
in
goes
between long
long,
on and
goes
long off.
big. Beautifully fielded by Disha Dhingra there at the long on.
Try. So, smash in between long on and long off. But I have to say, long on did a great job in preventing the boundary. Kitika, full delivery, inside edge.
Back, back, back.
When they play the shot and the ball goes in between their two legs, they call it Chinese cut or French cut.
French cut.
French cut. Is there a reason you know about
I've done a couple of French cuts
French
in my
cuts
time.
to yourself? Okay.
Best shot in the book.
Best shot in the book, yeah.
Beautifully played.
Beautiful.
Just rocked
Off
back
her
and
back
punched
foot.
it. 4 runs. She picked up the line and the length of the ball, and Chetna is putting on a display here.
It wasn't that shot, Ryan, I guess. Seeing the replay. Yeah, little shot. She moved on her leg side and opened that offside back and punched it so good on the offside.
A fantastic term that they use in baseball is inside out. She came inside the line of the ball and went outside with it. Fantastic shot by Chetna, who is in ripping form. Turns it around for more runs. Beats that short fine leg. Is it 4? It is. Chetna racing on, doing exactly what Ritu Singh did in the previous innings. And when the water break came out and the orders came from the tent, well, we understand exactly what they meant. She kept her shape, exactly like you said, Siva. She kept her shape, but she's opening her shoulder just a little bit more and being more aggressive.
Keep the shape. That would have been the message from the coach. And these two batters doing so well so far.
Beautiful delivery, just short of a length. Nothing much you can do with it. So a 50 for Chetna. Fantastic innings. The second successive half century we've seen in the Flyers innings. Ritu Singh in the first. Chetna, who opened the batting in the first innings, came in number 5 in the second innings. Has just scored 50 off of just 28 deliveries, just what the doctor ordered for the Flyers.
Yeah. Vice captain in the morning innings and the captain in the afternoon innings.
So that was the secret, huh?
That's the secret. Now, after her scoring 50, she gives the opportunity to other batters and see her herself retire out and coming out.
Well, what a knock by Chetna, the left-hander. Not out on 50 off of 28.
Round of applause to CRP, 50 of 28.
Not CP30, CRP.
CRP.
Okay.
Can we get a coach here?
No.
Anushka.
Wait, you're on strike because she got retired.
Same over continue, right, sir? Over is done. Then it's use the ICGA name, sir. Looks like Nidhi Chuka.
Anushka didn't get a chance to bat in the first match. They asked her who's her favorite female cricketer. She simply said, I don't have one.
Oh, that is fantastic.
She asked for her favorite male cricketer. She said Aiden Markram.
Aiden Markram from South Africa. Yeah.
Her favorite song? Her favorite song is Let It Happen, and I don't have a favorite band. So she answered the question to the song and went right into, and I don't have a favorite band. Don't even ask. Very much to the point, and we love that.
Yeah. There is a small correction in the scorecard we see here. The bowler name comes as an IC, but she is a wicketkeeper. The bowler is Nidhi Chuka.
Nidhi Chuka, oh, and it's bowled.
Right, the Yorker, right at the
First
stumps.
delivery, and it's nothing that a batter on their very first delivery wants to see. Getting an opportunity, Anushka. And guys, anyone who's played the game, duck is a batter's score. Anushka went out there, her very first delivery, a peach coming from the bowler you mentioned,
Nidhi Chuka.
Nidhi Chuka. Pitch right up in the block hole. It got the inside edge onto the leg stump.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
And she
Oh,
tried to dig it out.
What
with
an
a
amazing
shovel.
camera work, Ryan. We
Fantastic.
see the angle in the front where we can see the line of the ball and we can see the side view, how deep the batter is in, how how hard she tried to stop those Yorker length, but still it went under her bat.
It's so funny you said that, Siva, because this is our SE Tech Productions, Roddy Lalman.
Fantastic.
Roddy
Fantastic
Lalman at the
production.
helm.
I loved Mr. Roddy. He was helping a lot in the morning, and you are doing an amazing commentary here. And I can see there are a lot of cameramans standing on this hot weather there.
SE Tech makes up an incredible team. I can't mention everybody, but just understand it takes a lot of people to make this production the way it is. So I hope everyone is enjoying the production at home.
Absolutely. We will be loving this SC Tech and Productions, these videos forever. These girls will be taking a lot of highlights of this. They are going to go and put some reels about their battings and bowling, and even sometimes covering the ball entire 360 degree helps to see how they are fielding, how they are throwing from the boundary. It's going to help these players.
Bowling girl, bowling.
Batter name? The wicket keeper, Hiranya on strike.
Come Nidhi, come Nidhi.
So Hiranya, who played for the US national team youth team, is on strike. Driving a lovely square drive to get off the mark.
One.
Oh,
Well, one thing you never want to see in your first delivery is a Yorker. One thing you pray for is a half volley outside off stump, in which Hiranya got. She just punched it to get off the mark and takes all the pressure off the batter.
but for the unintentional. Yeah.
Bowling Nidhi.
The wind is picking up at Orlando Cricket Ground here.
So we have the 10th that's gone flying.
Oh,
That's just one so far. But the breeze, the players are loving it. They don't want it to change. But the 10s, don't ask them that. Full delivery, driven down the ground. You know, let's talk about a full toss. So many times batters say, I would love nothing better than a full toss. But so many times, it catches the batter by surprise.
absolutely.
And they
right.
try to do too much with it.
Yeah, that is one part. Because as soon as they see
Yeah.
their eyes lit up and they try to hit too hard, they may lose the shape, we say.
Yes.
But sometimes it also depends on which angle it comes. That makes the difficult to hit those full tosses as well. So it's a two-way.
So a wide, which has been a very, very good over so far.
Come Nidhi, come Nidhi.
Nidhi Chuka bowling really well at the death on the 18th over, so-called, in the final phase of the innings.
Slower delivery, inside edge. Another French cut. A French cut out at the corner? Not quite. Not quite.
Not quite there.
But we love the terms nonetheless in this beautiful game. So that's the end of the 18th over.
Got it too.
160 for 4. Two
They are not
overs
far
remaining.
away off their target. It's 2 more overs left. You said
I
177.
did say 170. I said 170.
170, Ryan. Okay.
You're right. The Patriot. There are questions about the 170 target in the first innings, and the Patriots are licking their wounds on the side over here, but then they're looking at the Titans being smashed around the ground and realizing that this really is the Flyers and their ability to score runs quickly. So Shahani to come in, Shahani Tarini whipped off the legs.
No, no.
They misfield and the batters aren't interested. I have to say that Anish has not faced many deliveries in the last few overs. She's 34 from 34. If she can get a move on here, she can be in line for a half century. Of course, her goal is to get to US cricket, to be a national player. So my prediction, the 170, I have to go and thank Chetna. She is the one who brought the goodies home.
Chetna.
Fantastic innings, 50 off of 28,
But
to get them to this point.
But Ryan, yeah, still 11 more balls left. Let's see what happens. Beautiful bowling, good length and the line by Suhani, having the 5 fielders outside the off stump, and keeps her line and the length just off the outside off stump.
The sun is now tucked behind the lovely puffy clouds in Groveland. Overcast conditions, good for the seamer. Down the ground, it's in the air, but it beats all the fielders. A loud one, and a chance for Anish. 35. 3 balls left in this over, but Suhani's been expensive. 39 in 3.3. 39 runs in 3.3 overs. Good delivery. Just short of a length, bounced over middle stump. But you really, really enjoy the length of Suhani Tarani, who was also playing with Captain Gitika for the US U15 series against the West Indies U15 that I saw in Fort Lauderdale. Fantastic medium pace bowler. May have been roughed up today, but that's not always the story. Turn off the legs, and Anish is really seeing the ball like a pumpkin. Comes back for 2. Siva, last over, you turn to your spinner or your medium pacer?
Given that 2 new facers, two batters are on the crease, I will still go with the fast bowlers in this case. Yeah.
Okay. High in the air.
Ananya goes into the vacant area of cow corner and looking for 2.
Well, we expect this from Anish. She's seeing the ball early, picking it up, and that takes us through 19 overs now.
A small discussion between Captain Kitika and Vice Captain Isani Waghela to whom to bring on the last over.
168 with 6 deliveries remaining. Already it seems to be a steep hill.
As we predicted, they're bringing back their medium facer again. Nidhi Chukka comes for her 4th over.
Nidhi Chukka.
6 balls. What's your prediction, Ryan? I am predicting Nidhi Chukka goes to bring her all those 6 Yorkers back in her.
I think Anish scores 8 runs in this over.
And she is at non-strike, unfortunately.
But she'll get a single, and Anish will get on and score 8 in this over. Dot ball.
To start with the
valuable dot ball.
And the commentator Ryan is under pressure here. His prediction and his second prediction both on the line now.
All Anish needs is 2 deliveries to score those 8 runs, Siva. I have you know. Oh, beautifully bowled And Siva may have picked up his pen and wrote this page in history, because at this point, Nidi Chuka has bowled 2 dot balls. He expected 6 Yorkers. That's 2 Yorkers outside of stump.
Outside of stump, yeah. That's still a good line, but it's a bit of dangerous line having your point and third man inner the circle. If somebody plays little open their bat, it could be a boundary ball.
Full delivery, whipped off her legs. And everyone's getting a little nervous, including Siva, who's come to the edge of his seat, because Anish, who I predicted to score 8 runs in this over, has just taken strike, 39 off of 38.
I would love to see both. I would love to see Anish hitting some boundaries. I love to see
You can't have everything, Siva.
Niti Chuka bowling some Yorkers.
You got your Yorkers.
Let's see.
You got your Yorkers, Siva. And that's going to be a dot ball, and Anish is asking the umpire,
Yeah, these are the things.
who has compromised his zone.
Yeah.
Maybe he has an appointment. He's like, I don't know about you, but I have dinner plans at 8 p.m. Anish rocks back, but he lift.
Excellent bowling here by
Nidi.
Nidi Chuka. 4 dot balls in the last over.
Only in this ground, if you clear the fence, Siva, it's an 8. So if Anish rocks back and hits it over the wicket,
And Ryan hopes for a miracle change in the
it will be an
MCC
8.
cricket rules.
Only in Groveland, Florida, I'll have you know.
And hope for the best for the last ball. And Nidi Chuka goes for the
Oh,
bouncer.
is it a no
Another
ball?
dot ball. Looking for beautifully bowled over by Nidi Chuka. 1 single run in the last over. And Freedom Flyers finishes with 169. And my co-commentator, Mr. Ryan, under tremendous pressure for predicting wrongly.
That ball bounced over Curtly Ambrose's shoulder. And how is that not a no ball? I don't know. But nonetheless, that is the end of the innings. A fantastic innings. 169 for 4. They scored 170 for 6 in their last innings. Yes, a one run short, but 2 wickets better. The star of the show, Chetna, who had 50 off of 28 runs. She was the anchor of the innings in the middle part of the innings. Ananya Anish, also 39 off of 41. Chetna couldn't do it without her. A partner on the other end, moving the ball over, ticking the score over.
Absolutely, Ryan. This is the cricket is all about team game. When somebody needed a strike, Ananya was anchoring the innings and giving strike back to Chetna, and Chetna used those middle overs and scored beautiful 50. And then they got very big score now, 169 again, 177 in the morning, 169 in the second game.
Not bad for a day's work.
Not bad.
So the Flyers have been dominant with the bat. 170 in their first, and they won that match by 70 runs. Now 169 for 4 after 20 overs against the Titans. The Titans, whose bowling started off a little shaky, got better with the leg spinners coming in the middle part of the innings, and then the medium pacers got roughed up at the end. But 169 for 4 is a steep hill to climb for the Titans. They take strike next. We'll be back in the next 15 minutes for the second innings. Good stuff, Siva.
Well done, Ryan.
Good stuff, Siva. That ball was overcut. Where's the umpire? Where is he?
Somebody under pressure.
Square leg. That ball bounced over Curtly Ambrose's shoulder for that last ball. I told him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get it, no worry. We had some friendly banter here, so that's why we were questioning the call. If Ambrose was batting, it's touch and go.
Yeah. She's the tallest girl in the field. So, come on. I mean, come on. Tallest person.
I think that looked okay to me.
It looked okay. From distance, maybe your angle is different.
I'm short, so it looked tall to me.
I'm not really ever either. I'm down there, some team level.
Everything looks tall to me.
Yeah. Did you do this one and the one before that?
I did.
Did you
Yes, yes,
Goodness.
yes. It was quick.
I said thank you very much. I'm glad I'm not playing.
I know. I'd rather stay on this spot and watch. Yeah. Good for them though. That's good to see that cricket.
Tall girl with
That girl who was coming on this way,
Kitika?
she
tall
was.
girl. I mean the projection and the way she released the fantastic.
Beautiful.
Who has done the training? on
Yes,
her?
yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Just have to get length and line right. But delivery,
Yeah. But the win too, sometimes the win is.
I mean, she's got that thing going.
Yeah,
in her
definitely.
favor.
It's good cricket.
Love
All
it.
wrong.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
wrong.
I agree.
And then the
All wrong.
pace they're getting. I don't know where the three girls are getting picked.
I know.
Bloody, I want to know what they're eating.
No burritos.
Pumpkin.
Nothing like my chapatis. I tell you that much. There's something stuffed in it.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to America.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. I should know this. Been here long enough to realize what the hell's going on.
Yes, exactly. Check the chicken.
Okay. You guys want water by any chance?
I'm okay, thanks.
End of the first innings between Freedom Flyers versus American Titans. The bonus points are: the batting team Freedom Flyers got 14 bonus points, 14. Bowling team Titans got 7 bonus points, 14 and 7.
Minus forfeited everyone. No one gets anything.
Did you hand over the trophies and all, sir, or no? The morning game, no.
No, we don't have anything. I mean, we haven't handed anything
Okay.
because we're busy trying to get them to play.
Yeah. So then we need to start writing down, so we don't want to miss it out.
Sundays got that.
Oh, okay.
Got the players who actually did well and all that good stuff.
You guys want any cheese, pickles? Cheese?
You know what? Just take the slice, please.
You?
Okay.
I'm good, Metallurgy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Share half if you want. You want to share half?
Oh, no, sir. Thank you for asking. Please go.
What's happening, man? Just rocking up? Wow, these girls are making me work too much. For a minute, I thought they would look like Joshua. That fellow just went by.
Oh.
What the hell is he doing here? You live around here?
Sir, I'm from San Diego.
Okay. Flying out tomorrow? I mean, on Sunday?
Sunday, sir. Originally planned to leave on Monday because there was a game planned on Sunday, so I can't go. But now the situation changed, so I have time, so I preponed my flight.
Was it easy to change it?
Sir, there was some points I need to spend. I spent it, but anyhow I'll save in the hotel. I don't need a Sunday night, right?
Oh, yeah. That's
So it's
true.
kind of thing, and then I go home, rest, and then go to Monday office rather than playing on Monday early morning.
Best
Go,
really.
yeah, and then my daughter also can go to school on Monday, so that's the plan.
So she plays in the San Diego League somewhere, right?
Yeah, she plays there, sir. Yeah.
Do they have any girls?
Not too many, sir.
Guys
But,
are
yeah,
cheap.
we'll mix and play here and there, mostly with the boys.
Yeah, I thought so. It's a shame, really. You're such a good talent.
Yeah. It's just it's only the Indian kids are playing.
Yeah, exactly.
We need the variety. We need the diversity. You know, so many players from softball and other sports we can bring it to this game, but
But then, you know, it needs
nobody
to be,
putting in effort. Nobody
Exactly.
taking to the school.
That's exactly the
Nobody
problem.
getting the other colored people getting interested. So there is a city next to San Diego called Crompton.
Compton, yeah.
There,
That's where they.
sir, 170.
Oh, just one run.
Yeah,
So it was 169.
169 is the score.
And the wicket was
Three.
4. But you don't need that, right? Now you're going to put a target.
Oh, yeah.
Put 170, madam. Target as 170.
Compton, yeah.
Crompton,
That's
so
where,
that.
That's where Williams tell me was the tennis girls.
Oh,
Serena and
they're from Crompton? I thought they're from Florida.
No, Crompton. They started in Crompton. Serena Williams and Venus Williams.
Okay, sir.
They started in Crompton.
But they moved here, is it?
They ended up after that they moved to Florida. They became famous.
Oh, later only.
Later
Oh, I thought
only,
her dad was practicing her here. No.
Crompton. They started
So in that area, there is a lot of Mexican community, Spanish
Yes.
community. So
baseball.
we introduced the cricket to them.
excellent.
So there is a boys team playing there. So we try to bring some of the women's into the cricket as well from the soccer. They are all good soccer players.
Yeah.
They came somehow. Yeah, you see this 20 Indian girls and then 4
Mexican.
those girls, and then
Mixing.
it's never been a. I mean, it's not easy for these girls, not easy for those girls. Somehow, I mean, I loved it. When we brought it, we were very proud. We brought different colored people into the game. But never,
Didn't work out.
it didn't work.
So what happened? Those girls.
They
decided
just
not
stopped after some time.
And what reasons did they give?
They said we are busy with the soccer. But I can see it.
Sorry,
You should, sir. You should go.
About any time now. 310. 310 maybe. Yeah. Arrow.
Yeah.
Squeeze every single minute you can. We don't want to go out there. 310, yeah. I'm telling you, squeeze it.
So, third game start time, sir.
10 past.
As soon as this is over, probably like what, 4, 5 o'clock maybe?
Still we can do 2020.
Try, we'll push. Maybe we'll play 10, 10 instead of,
Lovely.
yeah.
No, force it. 10, 10, I prefer.
No, 10 from each end.
Oh, that way.
Yeah.
Other match of 10 to over match. God. Oh, bubble got busted. Yeah, 10 from each end.
The 5 from each end.
Five perhaps.
This team was not bad. This team that bowled second, first, this innings.
You mean the first inning?
Yeah.
So I think this innings also will go quickly.
Yeah.
You think the next inning will go quick?
Yeah, because the same team who did
Same
the
team, yeah. They are
second
pretty
bowling,
good.
you remember, sir, in the morning game,
Yeah.
the same team going to bowl. So the captain
You mean
is experienced.
You mean the speedy girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But number 3 batsman can bat it.
Yes.
So the problem is the team that bowls well, if they bowl first, the game is faster, right? Because now let's say they finish the first innings in 80 minutes, second innings in 60 minutes, 70 minutes. Makes sense.
And also this-
Exactly, yeah.
And this good batting team, both the time got batting first.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
they were batting second, they might have finished in 14 overs, 13 overs.
That is
It would
true.
have been very
Well,
different. story.
batting is a stronger batting. If you took up, squeezed every single 20, and
Yep.
squeeze every single ounce of energy.
Yeah, umpires, making sure umpires spend enough time on the middle.
Umpire, that would be They take a backpack, they fill it with stone, and then smack in the middle of the heat, 2 o'clock sun, they go for 10-mile run. History. Yes. That's these guys.
Have to say, otherwise you can survive summer in Florida.
No, I did 130. Initially I came and I did 30-over match. I said, Sundar won't it's 30-over match. I can handle nothing. First 30-over fight. The beginning of the next 30-over match, I said, can I? And I flat out on the floor. People are taking pictures and sending to Sundar. Sundar, look what's happened to Amp. I said, Amp, next year, Amp is going to be stronger than that. And next year comes along, okay, fine. Third, fourth year, and look at the bloody knees gapping up now. Oh, that was a funny year, that was.
Pickleball, huh?
Pickleball. I mean, normally it's not generally, I think it's a regular thing. But this time around, after 5 year layoff, pickleball did it. Errol, you need water?
Go on, sir.
Reps were really good. When you're hungry, everything is good.
Yeah, true, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, you want any banana?
Half a banana. I'll share it.
No? You take off and leave it off.
Let's share.
How about orange, sir?
A sharing half.
Yeah. About orange? Orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange is a better option, but it's our option.
I'll take this.
No.
Okay. No, I want to give you. Okay. Thank you. To give you orange. That was my goal to
Oh.
pull back the banana. That's it.
Alright, sir. Time to start.
Don't let. I think we can't have orange.
Oh yeah.
No orange for you?
Give me one orange.
I'll be the orange Nazi.
Some of the girls are very happy to see the cheese slices. The vegetarian one.
I'm telling you, I had one in point. I could say.
Yeah. Hello? Who's this? For the dinner? Okay. All right. Where are you? Are you in the parking lot?
Just the slow guy. Yeah, traffic.
Okay. Yeah. So but I'll give you the where I'm sitting, right? I'll give you a live location. So I am not the person, but I'm part of the team. So will the Uber inform us? Correct. So that's it then. We will see it then. And we are expecting them to arrive by what time? Give me a approximate ETA. Okay. All right. So I'll send you the live location. So are you
Disha Dingra. Sir, batters are Disha Dingra and Mahek. Bowler is Mahi. Sir, do we need to turn on something or it's ready? Ah,
Sean, we good?
Disha.
On two of them, right?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the second innings of Freedom Fighters versus Titans. And Titans need 170 runs in 120 balls. These are Dingra and Mahek going as an openers for Titans, and Mahi Madhavan continuing for Freedom Flyers. Ryan, prediction.
170 off of 120. I tell you what, with this bowling attack from the Flyers, I think it's going to be hard. I think the Flyers have the edge. And a dot ball to begin the innings is exactly what the Flyers need. It's Mahi, their trusted medium pacer, who has been very effective in the first match.
You are well set, right on the bowling strength of the Freedom Flyers, Ryan, but the Titans have some strong batters.
Who should we look forward to, Siva?
This is Dingra, who is just opening now. And she's
Beautiful.
very strong on her offside, uses her wrist and plays on her favorite back foot area for boundary.
It was just a fraction short, but she rocked back onto that back foot and opened that face of the bat. Beautiful shot by Disha Dingra.
Hey, talk it up, girls. Talk it up right there,
Disha Dingra's favorite female cricketer, Harmanpreet Kaur, and male cricketer Subman Gill. Opening the face of the bat, that's four more. Oh, third man.
Oh, that's right. That's the strength of the Disha Dingra. Uses that backward point to the third man area very, very effectively. Use her wrist, rock back, slightly short from Mahi, well outside the off stump. And look at that. Used her wrist, played very well back under the ice to place it into the third man.
And so many times you see batters just open the face of the bat. She actually used her wrist and punched it. That's how much in control she was of the shot.
That's right, Ryan. She has excellent control on this area. You can see already they know her strength. They kept four fielders here on the third man to the point area. They know her strength well ahead here. You can see that there is a slip, there is a, I would say, gully, a point, and a deep third as well. And you can see, and she slashes hard, anything outside the off stump. And
Can Mahi adjust that line and length, bring it a little closer, maybe to middle and leg, and have Disha start to drive instead of cut?
And both of them know them very well each other. Disha plays for US Nationals, Mahi plays for US Nationals. They might have played against each other a lot in the nets.
Full delivery, appeal for LBW, and it's given. Mahi with the breakthrough. Three short balls outside the off stump. She was made to suffer for it. This time she pitched it up the middle and leg, held a little back Siva. She played through the line of the ball, LBW. Just like they drew it up before the match.
Just waiting for that replay to see whether Mahi bring her in-swinger back into Disha Dingra, knowing her strength is well outside the off stump. Let's watch this replay. Oh yes, definitely in-swinger here. Absolutely. Maybe touch and go on the leg stump,
Should
but
hit the back foot, which means it was right in front of the leg stump.
A
Yeah.
good call from umpire, I would say.
Yes.
And beautifully adjusted by Mahi, bowling four balls well outside off stump, giving her her strength, and then tightening and attacking, which is her not so
middle leg.
strength.
The question was, when would she invite her to drive? And she just gave her the invitation, and Disha didn't accept.
The new batter in Isani Waghela, coming one down on the beginning of the over.
Another dot ball, and the Flyers, after giving up two boundaries, are starting to tidy things up. And that is the end of the first over. Is a wicket and 8 runs in it. More importantly, Disha Dingra back in the pavilion. And Mahi gets her LBW and pegs this Titan team back yet again. Of course, we have Gitika, who is also going to be there coming out to bat. She's a huge factor in getting this score. Now,
Jivana RS.
yep, Jivana Araras had some problems finding her line and length to begin with. Maybe it was the first part of the day, just knocking the rust off. All remains to be seen in the second match if she hits her straps on first delivery.
I'm looking forward for it, Ryan. By looking at the field, they have a third man. I would say there is a deep gully and a point, deep cover, short extra, mid off, mid on, short mid wicket and square leg. And pitched well outside off stump. There was a width offer. Mahek goes for it.
Mahek-
Make a good connection.
Mahek Desai, one of the front runners for the impact player of the award. 3 wickets in the first innings. And those 3 wickets don't do it justice. Her spell was fantastic in tying down the Flyers.
Absolutely, Ryan. She was phenomenal with her ball.
So, just want to let the viewers know, the breeze is coming from the right to the left on your screen. So, if you do try to bowl an outswinger, you're going to have to try and pitch it from way out by leg stump to try and keep it on the stumps. Anything outside of stump, the breeze is going to take it away and it's going to be a wide. Shots, beautiful cover drive. And it beats the infield.
Keeper! Just one. Right here.
Isani on strike, facing Jivana RS.
Well, I think that answers our question. Looks like Aras really has a hard time in the sort of breeze that we're having today, keeping the ball on the stumps.
That's right, Ryan. But she get away with one, I would say. It was very close to the calling wide. Umpire gave a little bit benefit of the doubt to the bowler, and we can see the smile of the bowler herself.
This time she goes towards the leg stump, hoping for the assistance of the breeze. They brought it back in. A dot ball, and that's something that Aras will welcome. That's another wide, is it? No, it's a dot ball.
That's it, girl.
And the approval by her captain. Oh, and it's bowled. Aras was struggling for line and length, and then she brought one back, and that's the end of Isani. She lasted 5 deliveries. Second wicket has fallen, and the Flyers.
This is massive wicket. Flyers taking Isani's wicket in early in the power play, second over. Jivana bowling beautifully, bowling well outside the off stump. 5 balls and bring that one ball back in, and Isani misses. And Jivana hits the stumps.
Beautifully done. I mean, she was struggling with the wind, where to put this out swinger. She just held it back a little bit towards middle stump, and the breeze did the rest, hit the top of off.
Top of tops. Well said, Ryan. New batter Sasa.
Right here, Mahi.
So Isani Vagela departs.
And Sasa from Orlando joins the crease, Ryan.
So the local player taking strike,
No.
trying to score off
On
the
the
first delivery.
On the non-striker, giving the over was over. Sasa on non-strike.
Let's go, girls. Let's go, girls. Energy up here. Energy up. Hey, talk it up. Talk it up. Wicket here. Wicket here.
Smashed like a tennis shot.
Come right
And
up,
it's going to
right
beat
up,
mid
boy.
off on his 4 runs.
Yeah.
The third boundary of the innings. The first 2 came from Dingra, who's back in the pavilion. This one off the bat.
Of Magat.
Hey, you're good, Mahi. You're good.
And cut over point. 1 bounce, 2 bounces over the ropes, 4 more. It was only a fraction loose, Siva. And she gave it the works.
People say you slash and slash hard.
Go big or go home.
Come, Mahi. Come, Mahi.
Magak watching really well to the ball into her bat. Look at that. Oh, beautifully played there.
Hey, you're wicket here,
Right
Mahi.
at the
You're wicket
gap.
here.
There is
Fully
no
in
chance for
control.
Jivana to stop
Fully
it.
in control of a
Fully
point.
in control.
No.
That is a
Good
much
one.
better delivery by Mahi.
That's it.
Just like Aras, instead she held the ball just for a little tighter and it pitched by about middle stump. And Mahek had no choice but to just to push it back to mid-on. Outswinger, oh, it hits the hand and hits the stumps. Of course, not out.
Good one. Good one.
Sasha was back in her crease. I tell you what, my Hex bowling, and now looking at her bat, look at this shot. It wasn't that
Ooh.
short. I mean, she picked that ball up so quickly, Mahek.
Look at that coverage from SC Tech. We can clearly see the ball is just about to hit Sasa's bat getting inside, and umpires were watching like hawk.
If you are interviewing for a job, Siva, you have the job already, okay? You don't have to just keep talking about SC Tech like that.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Ryan. I would love to join one day for you. Join with SC Tech. But do you take the non-English speakers into your commentary panel?
Of
That is
course, we would love
that's the
nothing better.
requirement you need to
We
put
would
it.
love nothing better. This one is driven
Beautifully
beautifully.
played.
Good one.
You know, you talk about shape. I want you just to take through this shot. Pitched up, head over the ball. Shape was fantastic.
That is exactly we needed. Unfortunately, we cannot see this at this moment, but
Instead, we have
Right.
some worms. You have a blue worm and a pink worm. Pick one.
oh, the warm lines here showing the run rate for each over, how both the teams are performing to each other, and we see it. The consistent run rate scored by the Freedom
Umpire,
Flyers
can I get light,
and
please?
American Titans is yet to catch
Thank
up
you.
that worm.
So 2 wickets. One in the first, one in the second. Aras is back again. Pitched up, and now I think after getting that wicket, Siva, pitching that ball on middle stump, allowing the breeze to do its job, she's now adjusted her line.
That's the learning we would love to see from the players. The adjustment they make, the things they made mistakes in the early game or early over, they correct it and come back and deliver for the team. It is exactly what Jivana is doing.
Yes. Oh, hey, you're good.
But bowling, like batting,
Hey, you're good,
is
you're
full of
good.
concentration. And if your concentration lapses with conditions like this, lovely conditions, by the way, for the players, lovely breeze, the ball will dance and not in your favor.
Rider, Jimmy, rider, Jimmy.
So the local player Sasha
Watch, watch,
still trying to get off the mark.
Good one.
Sasha's favorite cricketers is Elise Perry and Symmetry Madana. I admire Elise Perry because of her versatility and consistency.
Watch, nice. Never mind.
She loves Smithri Mandana, is one of the most elegant batters to watch. The timing and shot selection are incredible, and Sasha is doing her very best to emulate that.
Very good ball. That's the girl.
Oh, beautiful. We are really enjoying Chetna's innings, 50 off of 28 deliveries because of her left-handed aesthetics.
Is it because it's a human tendency, Ryan? We see so many
No.
right-handers, we suddenly see one or two left-handers.
No.
We think they are elegant.
No, left-handers play more side on. Their shoulder. Right-handers, of course, play side on, but sometimes we open up a little bit more. For the left-handers, they are a lot more side on, so it looks more elegant when they play through the line of the ball, and that's why the aesthetics. makes it fun.
Fantastic technical
The right
information.
shoulder comes right on top of it, and boy, it just makes picture perfect, like a golf swing. Oh, caught behind, and my heck has to depart. Adas gets a wicket. It is the third wicket down, 20 runs on the board, and the dangerous Mahek Desai departs.
Beautifully bowled by Jivana to the Mahak right at the outside the off stump and taking an edge, and well received by Hiranya there. Big RS is bowling really well in this new ball spell. This is her second wicket. Watch there. Beautifully bowled there. I would say maybe little ambitious shots from Mahak. She would have gone for more of a drive than the swing. And beautifully received by the keeper.
The captain, Gitika, captain the U15s, captain the U19s. I think she probably changed her name to just Captain Gitika. These two batters are partners in the Southern Strikers Club. And if it's any time they need to come together and finish each other's sentences,
Your leg stump.
it's now.
His right arm over. 6 to go.
And we are having the new bowling change. Pooja Shah.
So Pooja Shah back in the attack with her first over, but because we're trying to save time, 4 overs will be bowled on the trot from each end to avoid the fielding changes for each over. So this is the first over from the northern end, which is over number 5. The power plays in the book. There are 2 power plays left for the batting team's discretion later on in the innings. Opening the face of the bat. And looks like Sasha is off the mark. You've seen Gitika bat a few times. Any tendencies that you enjoy?
Oh, she's a brave batter, I would say. She looks for scoops. She will go for reverse scoops, and then if she can connect 1 or 2, she can clear the mid-wicket area very cleanly. Beautifully placed there for a single.
Going to give everybody some insight here. The effect of a player like Gitika in a tournament like this is a ripple effect. I just watched Pooja Shah running up to bowl, and you can see she gave everything into that delivery, understanding who's on the other end. And now when you keep replicating that everything delivery, it raises your level of game over a long period of time.
Very well said, Ryan. That is exactly
it's
the
like a-
purpose of this AWCSG, bringing the experienced international who is representing the country along with these emerging players from U15, U19, playing with them against each other. So they compete with them, they learn from each other, they will be in the same dugout, they rub their shoulders in the dugout, they can learn from them.
It's the pebble that hits the lake and it ripples through. That long ripples that goes
Wow.
through the entire tournament.
That is fantastically said, Ryan. What an analogy from Ryan about the ripple effect.
So Pooja, just 3 runs given up in her first 3 deliveries. Whipped off the legs with pace, 4 runs. Beautifully played. Well, Sasha, the local player, picks this one up off of her legs and just whips it through mid-wicket. It was a full delivery, but you still have to put them away.
White ball.
Wide signaled. Quick single. Ooh, and an awkward hop for the keeper. Kitika was in trouble.
Wait. I mean, yeah, but it like went to the side of her, so. Sorry.
You know, you see somebody with the height of Gitika. I'm going to ask just an open question here. Do you think it is easier for taller players in this game or not? Because the numbers show otherwise.
I would say, Ryan.
I'm
there
talking
are
batting. I'm sorry, batting.
Okay. I would say there is certain element of advantage being a tall. Being a tall, you can really pick the length very easily, go forward and hit those good length into your half volleys because of that they can stretch a bit. Otherwise,
Right arm over.
rest is more about the technique. The cricket is, as you said, there are players who made 10,000 plus runs in the international cricketers.
The
They
first
are
two I'm
all
going to come up with is Tendulkar and Lara, both of them 5'8" maybe.
one on left-hander, one on
right hand,
right-hander.
and both of them dominated the game for such a long period of time, right?
And during the time when the bowlers
Oh my
are on
God.
peak, bowlers like Wasim Akram, McGrath,
And the bowlers had the tools because the bounce,
Lasia Bandaru,
and the bowlers did not have the bounce, restriction. Bowlers were allowed to bowl short balls on succession. So the batters, of course, always had to second guess, come forward or go back. So, but I do want to talk about players like Jack Callis, Chris Gale. I mean, these guys put that foot down the track and murdered it sometimes, right?
that's two different animals. When
Yes.
we talk about,
Kapil Dev.
oh,
I
Yeah.
mean, these are big hitters, both of them.
yeah, when we talk about Jack Callis, Kapil Dev and Botham, the fantastic all-rounders cricket has been
Oh, totally.
produced. If you look at the number of wickets and runs scored by Jack Callis, it is humongous runs.
And then the wickets to back it up. I mean, it's crazy.
It is unbelievable all-rounder. Maybe he wasn't got that attention being in a South African.
Yes,
If he was
I see what you mean.
from an India or somewhere the country where it is cricket
England,
is crazy enough,
Yeah.
we would be
Oh!
seeing
No.
he might have been treated like a god.
And that was a missed field by the wicketkeeper. A chance for a stumping. It is never easy feeling up to the stumps for a medium pacer. But this is a leg spinner and it completely beat Gitika. And that is the end of another successful over. Sasha 8 off of 11, Gitika 1 off of 6, just struggling to find her rhythm. But
End of 6 overs, 30 for 3.
30 for 3. How are we looking with the points? Any points doled out in this early part of the innings?
Obviously, the bonus points for the number of boundaries. If you score 5 boundaries, you get a 1 bonus point. So they already got 5 boundaries. So batting team already got 1 bonus points. Bowling team, they got 3 wickets. So each wicket get a bonus point. They got 1 as well. In terms of the number of dot balls, they are just around 20 dot balls now. Bowled by bowling team, they are about to get a bonus point for that too. And we see a bowling change. Chetna Reddy Bahidalia, captain herself, coming to bowl some left arm off spin.
Well, she's very left-handed. Left-handed batter, left-handed bowler. Left arm orthodox through and around. And now tries the back of the arm.
Well taken single there, Ryan. Little bit of Chetna's history. She started as a right arm medium bowler. Right arm medium. And then now recently maybe few years, 4 or 5 years ago, she is become a spinner left arm.
I wish I had that problem. Down the track. You know, you get bored one day, you say, I don't want to be a right arm medium pacer, I want to be a left arm spinner. And then you pick the ball up and bowl left arm orthodox.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, that is a good problem to have.
Good problem to have, yeah. And she can right on left hand and right hand at the same time.
She is Louise.
And if you see her fielding, she throws the ball with her right hand. And she is the gun fielder every cricketer in USA, women's cricket, want to look at.
Really?
The recently concluded USA American international qualifier, USA national team played in the Nepal. She took 7 catches at the outfield for USA women's.
Wow. Safe pair of hands.
Safe
Left
pair of
hand, all right.
And throws right at the stumps.
Well, she's just given up 3 runs so far from, actually, sorry, 5, 6 runs, just short of point. 5 runs so far in 5 deliveries. And this one is pulled away. There's a deep backward square that would come across. And that is the opening batter, Sood, who had a quick fire 30 in her innings.
Disha.
Check that, that's Disha. And that's the end of yet of another order. The overs are ticking by. 7 overs in the books. Down the track she comes, gets to the pitch of it.
Mahi bowler!
She's going to ask for 2.
Bowler!
And just 1.
Wait, Kanvi, stay there. Disha!
Lasya Bandaru continuing her second over. A single of the first ball to Geetika. Sasa back on strike. And very well bowled by Lasya. Right at the stump. Little bit quicker. Little bit flatter.
Oh, beautifully played. It was at the last minute, playing from a crease. You know, you're a modern day coach. Do you encourage players to play spin from the crease or use their feet?
I want them to use the crease But use the crease, I mean, Ryan, not only stepping down, but you go deep into the crease as well. So if the ball is within your, above your eye line, I want the batters to step down. If it is little short, go deep into the crease, get that, use those wrists, play those beautiful singles around the square.
But you and I were cut from the same cloth in an era where we saw, Tendulkar, Sangakkara, Lara. This one is pulled away beautifully. Deep in wicket comes across. And we saw these three players dominate spinning. When I say dominate, I'm careful because there's Mulitaran and Warren around at the time. But they played spin so well using their feet. Was there a problem with that technique?
Absolutely no, Ryan. Using the feet makes the harder to both the bowler and the captain to set the feet. As soon as you started using the feet, the bowlers adjust their length, then it can become shorter to you. So this is very important cricketing skill. Every young cricketer need to learn how to use the feet, not only go towards the bowler, but also goes deep into the crease and play from the back foot as well.
Well, it's something. It may be a dying art. We don't see players coming down the track as they used to, getting to the pitch of the ball. However, they play from the crease very, very efficiently. Seems to be the Aussie way to do things. But we are eight overs gone, and a little bit of a struggle happening for the Titans at this point. They are chasing 169.
End of 8 overs, it's 41 for 3, Ryan.
41 for 3. 5 8s are 40, that's 5 runs and over.
That is right, Ryan.
And in order to get to 169, you have to get upwards of 8.5.
Yeah, and they require 129 runs in 72 balls. 12 overs left. It's 8 overs done. Captain bowling her second over here. And we are looking at the clock. And we want to continue the third game as well.
This
Well
one is
bowled and
punched
well
away.
played.
Come on, good one. Bowling, keep bowling.
Opening the face of the bat, love it. Just
Go, go, go.
like you said, Siva, playing from the crease at that last minute, using that wrist and punching it for a single,
Yeah.
making a good ball into one.
Yeah, maybe I need to correct a little bit on that exact word, Ryan. When I say playing from the crease, go depth into the crease.
Okay.
Not at the same place. You go
Right.
deep into the crease. Like go back and pick the length.
Wait,
This one's cut away again.
Good one. That's it on me.
Chetna has one of those bowling or actions or deliveries where the ball just seems a little bit heavier for the batter.
That's
Even though they're punching the ball, it's going nowhere.
That's true.
Reverse sweep.
That is beautifully placed by Gitika Kodali. First reverse sweep of the series today. Got a boundary. She's a right-hander. Switch hit.
Well, that's just pure class and something we're learning to expect. A reverse sweep is going to throw Chetna's line off. Gets a boundary for her bravery. And you mentioned her willingness to try these scoop shots, reverse sweeps, and that really can play on the bowler's psyche over a period of time.
Yeah, this is the brave cricket from the captain.
Yeah.
Now she goes
Hey, just
back into the
one
deep,
more.
punches to the long on for a single. Ritu finishes the job at the long on.
So Sasha is 16 off of 20. She's been the perfect partner. She's moving the ball around, picking up singles and twos. Oh, and almost bowled behind her back.
Oh,
Talk about a game of inches. Maybe one to come forward.
maybe she went even behind the stumps, Ryan, I would say, this ball. Unfortunately, cannot see the... the reason could be that she moved too much on the offside. Maybe if she stayed there, it would have hit her pads. But we don't have that angle replay here to conclude that. We are just waiting for that replay. And the bowler from the morning, the player of the match in the morning, who took 4 wickets for Freedom Flyers when defending 177, Disha Kaveri Bakam, comes back now.
She had 33 off of 33 with the bat in the first innings, in the first match rather. And now gets a chance to bowl her leggies or off break sometimes, whatever she feels like it, left-hander, right-hander.
Yeah.
And that is smashed like a tennis shot.
Good one, fielding, fielding. I got it.
You selected the bowler just now, Sundar, or you selected early? Just you put the dot ball. I mean single. The reason I ask is the worm. Yeah, once you put the dot or what?
This one's tossed up down the ground. She comes and it beats her.
That's why I was asking.
Maybe there was a stumping opportunity there, but the flight and the guile of Disha has been impeccable today in Groveland. Gave it some air. Down the track she came and never got to the pitch of the ball.
Something.
And I tell you what, the guile and the spin was perfect.
Sorry,
So 121 needed off 64. And Gitika wants a wide. Umpire not interested. Reverse sweep again, but it was too full for Gitika. One of those premeditated shots.
The idea was correct, execution couldn't happen, but I like her braveness. Having no fielders behind the stumps, that any connection would have been the boundary on this beautiful outfit.
Yeah.
Now she goes to the mid wicket and Ritu trying to cover it and just get a single for that good shot. American Titans reached their 50 in 9.5.
Cut away in the air and out.
And that's the wicket again for Disha. Shasha goes down on her knees to play that shot in the air. Chetana Reddy Bagidalaya takes that, such an easy catch for her.
Full credit to Disha. She was holding down that end in her first 5 deliveries. Only 2 runs came from it, and one of them were a bye. And in the end, Sasha's trying to find or generate too much power and held out to cover. Here it is, rocks back on that back foot and completely loses her shape.
Aparna Kurumurthy.
So there we have it. After 10 overs, it has been a struggle for the Titans, and they just lost a valuable wicket of the local player Sasha. She's out for 16 off of 23. Called by Chetna, bowled by Disha. A strike rate of 69.57.
They need 120 runs in 60 balls, Ryan.
So basically you're telling me they need Sangakkara, Lara, Kohli and Kapil Dev to go there and bat.
Maybe a Gale,
Maybe a Chris Gale.
maybe a Chris Gale or a Nicholas Puran from Trinidad. But we are joined by
Shot.
Gideon goes for it.
This one, boy.
Never really came off the middle of the bat. Maybe
Fielding,
down,
fielding.
lower down the bat, closer to the toe.
Leg.
But Ritu Singh, who bowls with a hat and scores with a bat, is back in on the attack at 51 for 4. So the half century came up just about 2 deliveries ago. Punch for a single.
Beautifully played. Just go back and tap it on the vacant area there by Aparna. Take a single.
Ritu Singh was definitely in contention for player of the match in the last match with a 50 odd off of just 28 deliveries. Down the track, beautifully played. But long off is there for a reason, but we can still enjoy the shot.
Yes. Watch one. Hey, you're good.
Have to credit the spinners in the middle innings, really getting through the overs quickly. So much so that umpire Sundar is having a great time over here, impressed with the over rate.
Yeah. Good one, Mai.
The singles not going to hurt Freedom Flyers. Given the net run rate, they need 12 runs per over. In fact, about a 200 strike rate is needed. When they're giving 5 singles, they will take it any day.
Oh,
Beautiful.
again, there's that drift, taking the batter away from that off stump, just outside the outside edge.
Yeah. No, they haven't moved.
So the scorecard, 55 for 4 for 11. 5 runs and over has been scored. Certainly not close to anything near to 8.59 runs and over that they need. Kitika, the captain, 14 off of 21, and once she's in the wicket, see if they have a
The
chance.
game is on. Now the scorecard.
This one, boy.
Yep.
Good
Now
one.
we got that live back after the first first ball is bowled and scored by the scorer. We get that screen fully back on line. And Disha continue her bowling. This is her second over, 3 for 1. She had a fantastic day in the first game as well.
So consistent with her line and length.
That's right, Ryan. Beautifully wrist.
And even what we call a loose ball like that,
Watch ball.
the batter can only just turn the ball off their toes and get one. Reverse sweep again,
Reverse.
and it's going to beat backward points and could get to the boundary. It does.
Yep. There you go. Another braveness, another innovations from Kitika. This is her third attempt, but she found 2 successful boundaries, Ryan.
Fortune favors the brave, and Captain Fantastic oozes that bravery.
I mean, she has been playing really well in the front of the wicket, but everything was a single. But when she goes behind the wicket where there is no fielder, she got a boundary there.
She goes to 18. Down the track she
Now
comes.
she's on the
And
track.
straight extra cover, and that's out. The danger person, the captain Gitika, after a reverse sweep for 4, drives one into the arms of short extra cover, and there goes the skipper, and
That-
maybe the hopes for the Titans.
That was hit like a rocket, Ryan, but pouched like safe hands by CRP again. And she doesn't scare for any kind of hitting balls.
CRP's ability in the field is second to no one in this tournament.
Uh,
And there's an old saying that Donald Bradman, they asked him, well, how do you score runs? Well, he says, hit it where they ain't. And Gitika not taking that advice, hitting it straight to short extra cover. Would you encourage a player to improvise a little bit because of the field setting? So Disha will bowl the ball in that area. Would you advise to open the face a little bit more or something?
Absolutely was a right idea by Geetika. They already hit a boundary on that over and they needed about 12 runs per over. So going one more boundary, if she clears those extra cover, it would have been the boundary. So the idea was right. It's just that she couldn't clear that extra cover fielded there. Brilliantly bowled by Disha and fielded by CRP. Second wicket for Disha.
I have to give Disha credit. She makes the batter play every ball. She does not give away balls, nothing loose. You have to get it away from your stumps. It's called stump-to-stump bowling, right?
Absolutely.
So you have to get it away from your stumps.
And we got a new batter coming in, Palak Chauhan.
Again, right on the stumps. And Palak driving it firmly.
She played first ball.
61 for 5. And that's the end of a very quick over. 6 runs from it, but a wicket nonetheless. Disha gets his second wicket. 61 for 5 after 12.
After 4 overs of initial fast bowling, we see continuous spin bowling coming in now. Lasya Bandaru 2 overs, CRP 2 overs,
That's a leg stump.
Disha bowled 2 overs. Now Ritu brings her second over.
Slightly away from you. Middle
So
stump.
lot of spin bowling coming into the
Right arm
action,
over.
Ryan.
Ritu Singh back in the attack. It's the pad. Oh, it came off the bat, did it? Bat has come back for a single.
Oh God, sorry. Call.
This one was down the leg side. Just tried to turn it away. Actually came off the bat.
Excellent
short.
effort there.
The middle stump.
Diving forward, not easy when the ball is dipping in front of you.
No. Yeah.
Ryan, we are seeing lot of spin bowlings. This innings, almost 8 continuous overs of spin. Do you expect that will be the trend when the wicket gets?
High in the air.
That's beautifully played by
Right.
Palak. She goes long and she goes long on. Get a boundary.
So Palak getting to the pitch of the ball and going over the top. It was a little too full by Ritu Singh, and she was given the works. Ketchup, mustard, onions. This one is short now, and so often you see bowlers who get beaten over the top come back with a short delivery. You can almost
Very
buy
well
your
watched.
time. You can almost rock back on your back
Back,
foot,
yep.
waiting.
Well anticipated, Ryan, and you are right on the money on that.
Shots over the top.
Sorry, that's.
Did it carry? One bounce, 4 runs.
That is the second boundary by Palak. Goes long and goes straight. It's just unlucky. Pitching inside the boundary by a maybe a nanometer or a centimeter, Ryan. It's just one bounce boundary.
Well, Ritu Singh knew it as soon as she let it go. She turned back towards where the ball went over her head with a smile on her face, but that's the last ball of the over. 13 overs gone.
Pujasa coming back. So maybe I jinxed, Ryan. All the spin bowling is just about to stop now, looks like. The medium facers coming back online.
See where they heard you and they said, we'll show him.
I think it's
14. This is the 14th. You're taking power play now?
Over number
So
14.
I'm going to present it to you though. The bowling, the spin bowling, after a long period of time,
Sundar,
you bring back the medium pacers. Does that slow the run rate?
scorer.
Not, it's all about mindset, Ryan. Don't think too much. See the ball, play to the merit of the ball. It doesn't matter who is bowling, what kind of bowling is coming. You make a situation based out of the ball.
As a captain, would you bring on your medium pacers to slow down the rate or no? Or does it make a difference?
It doesn't make
Okay.
difference.
This one is dug out.
We were just told batting power play being taken by the batting team. So only the two fielders are outside. It's a long on and deep mid wicket. Pujas are back online. And Aparna takes a single to the mid wicket.
Quick reminder to the viewers, mandatory 4 overs power play. Then the batting side can use their discretion to use the last 2 overs of power play to their benefit.
And they can get a bonus points. 1 bonus point for 11 runs and 2 bonus points if they score 14 runs in that over. Quick single there by Palak and giving strike back to Aparna.
I said wait. Wait, my bad.
So the protection for
Do-
Pooja Shah is a long on and a deep mid wicket. Only
Ra-
2 players on the boundary.
Ryan, do you think they waited long to take the power play? Do you think they would have taken when the spinners are on bowling and Geetika was there? Would have been the right
Good point.
option.
I think that's a very, very good point you bring up. Yeah, you would want the power play with Gitika, the captain, show of hand to bats and maybe try and get some runs,
Some runs.
and put some pressure back on the Flyers.
And Aparna plays it on the short mid wicket for a dot ball.
Love the Yorker by Pooja. Right in the block hole. You're going to need a shovel and a nightlight to dig that out.
2 to go.
Driven high.
Beautifully
But it-
placed by Aparna and excellent fielder effort by Ritu Singh there. Diving to her left, not her natural side, and stopping that boundary. Look at that replay there. Beautifully bowled, beautifully played. And what a fantastic stretching effort by Ritu, putting her body on the line, Ryan, and stopping that boundary.
Desperate cricket, and you want to see that continuously, understanding what's at stake in the field. Again, right in the block hole. Ritu Singh has a lot easier time with this one. But just that effort, again, it provides an example for the rest of the players who are looking up at Ritu Singh to see her throw her body behind the wall just to prevent 3 runs.
Absolutely, well said, Ryan. Yeah, that's the skill we are seeing from the national players. They are showing to the
What it
youngsters
takes.
what they are capable of.
Yeah.
Lasya Bandaru comes back for her next over.
Right arm over.
Still in the power play.
We're not too sure how many all-rounders that the Titans have available to them, but with 5 wickets down, you start thinking of batters who are not as adept as the players in the front line.
There are still some good hitters, right? The two batters in the middle, Aparna and Palak, can hit some beautiful boundaries. They can still keep them on the race. So let's see, this 5 more balls in this power play. Can they make some boundaries here, Ryan?
Well, if you ask Aparna, she would say Alyssa Healy is the batter she likes the most to score runs like this. That ball just now, just short of a length, pitching on mid and leg, going down the leg side. That used to be in the 90s and 2000s, the stock ball in ODI cricket. Middle and leg, over the top, and in the end out.
And
So
well received by Sanvi Sood at short extra cover. The power play doesn't seem to be fruitful for the Titans. They are losing wicket and the dot balls mounting as well.
you can understand with the power play, batters tend to feel that they have to really go after it. And they lose their shape, they lose their, let's say, their mindset,
Mhm.
and they end up providing cheap outs for the fielders.
I'm sure, Ryan, these are the experience they will learn. Okay, even though it is a power play, I want to score a lot of runs, but still I use my skills and the strength. According to me, playing straight is my strength. I still play straight. I try to score in the gaps. So that would have been the
Siva?
learning. They will take it from here, Ryan.
This is what you have to say. Sundar, listen to this one. My dad will always say, so yes, you want to score runs, right? You can't score runs in the pavilion. So you have to stay out there. Even if you overdo it and you out, you can't score more runs. You're no good to the team. So play within yourself and score as you can.
Wow.
That's your leg stump. It's right arm over. 3 to go.
Yes, sir. The new batter, the wicket keeper.
Oh, he's bowled.
Oh,
Fantastic delivery. We're all in shock. Batter played a defensive stroke and really played all around it. It was Aishka, the wicketkeeper, played all around it. Never really picked up the line or the length on her first delivery. Comprehensively
It's
bowled.
beautifully bowled by Lasya, pitching right outside off stump and turning in, and went on straight on without much turn there. I think
She was playing for the turn.
she was playing for the turn. Well watched by Ryan and explaining to me that's a missing because he was looking for the turn.
So one of the bowlers coming out to bat, Savi Madi,
That's your leg stump.
after a fantastic delivery. Let's just call it the arm ball.
Right arm over.
The
2
one
to
that
go.
went on, never turned.
Yeah, this is the right ball to bowl in the power play. She's bowling quick and fast. She used to be a medium facer as well, so now turned into a kind of a quick off spinner.
Bandaru
Yeah, Lasya Bandaru.
getting her wicket, and now gets to bowl the first delivery to the left-hander. Right on the screws. Beautiful delivery. And that was a hat-trick delivery that's now turning to 2 wickets in succession. No runs so far. Could be a wicket maiden. And it
And
is.
she finishes with a double wicket maiden on this power play, and she took 2 wickets because it's a power play taken by batting team and 2 wickets taken by bowling team. It goes 2 bonus points to the bowling team.
So maybe the bowling team should just play the power play all game long. Say-
That is a
and
good-
say, here you go, two fielders outside the circle,
Yeah.
have at it.
That is some spell by Lasya Bandaru. 3 overs, 5 for 2, and a maiden as well.
Three
So
for
given
7.
the performances so far, Ryan, CRP scored a 50 of
She's
28,
just checking.
but we see some bowlers taking some amazing wickets now. Do you think the
Right
player
arm
of the
over.
game will go to the batter again or to the bowler? What do you
I
think?
still think Chetna, because she was the one who set the table
I
for them
like
to
that.
chase.
I like that.
So So Disha with 2 wickets for just 8 runs. And that leg break is going to go far and wide, and the umpire will have a soft heart. So Palak, 9 off of 10.
She hit 2 beautiful boundaries in the before the over. Oh, she goes for a sweep. Now it's a French cut.
Who knew that the French will influence cricket so much?
First one. Ananya, go out. Off your third. Mahi in. Ritu in.
It is called French cut. Is like make a kind of a joke about it. It's not a intentionally played a shot, but you still got it lucky. It's kind of make a joke of the batter. So people used to call it a French cut. You got it. It's unintentionally played. Chinese cut too, yeah.
Sanvi swept away. Mid wicket is there. It's actually backward squares there.
Did it
And that's the hot corner.
carry?
So Sanvi trying to get off the mark with Disha, who's very stingy with her bowling. Down the track, beautifully played. 1 bounce. And they come back for an easy to use their feet to perfection.
Fantastically uses her feet and plays over the fielder. It just didn't have enough meat to reach the boundary, but still 2 good runs to the Sanvi.
We may have to do some adjustments to our tent pretty soon. Again, the hot corner, backward square.
What the? Sorry.
Disha finishes her 3rd over, 12 for 2.
You may want to take this marker with you.
A quick look at the scoreboard so far. Disha Dindra came up with 2 boundaries in succession. Eventually LBW to Mahi, who pitched it up. Then Mahik Desai played a fantastic innings. There were just 9 runs. But then she held out to cover off of Aras. Vagila, again Aras was on point. Out for North for the very first delivery. Sasha, the local player, had 16 off of 23. Getika started to get going. 2 reverse sweeps we saw. But eventually Disha came onto the attack, got the wicket for 19 off of 24. Aparna just ousted by Bandru.
Umpire?
And Palak not out on 2.
Umpire? Can I have middle, please?
Aishi out first
the
delivery
time and
to
divide.
Laisa Banandru.
Thank you. Rider, Mahi.
Mahi Madhavan comes back into the attack. The Ryan, the biggest difference I see so far, the number of boundaries scored by Freedom Flyers 16, and it's only half by
8, huh?
8 by.
Would you accredit that to the level of bowling in which the Flyers provide?
They did challenge the Titans a bit with so many spinners bringing on.
Good one.
Mahi bowling to her academy mate and a teammate Sanvi Imadi. Both comes from the same academy in Bay Area, California.
Where apparently it only rains 10 days out of the year.
That is
Southern California.
Southern California, where I come from, San Diego. We rarely get 10 rain-spoiled cricket days, Ryan. Oh, beautifully played by Sanvi. Goes into the line and plays it to the deep square leg for a boundary.
Just short of a length, whipped off the hips. But I love the aesthetics of going down on one knee. It looks so fantastic to get her body and her hips involved. It wasn't that short, but she just turned on it beautifully.
Yeah. Picked up from the middle stump, placing into the deep fine leg boundary.
And she's playing with the old Sunil Gavaskar bat. I had one of those bats growing up. Overthrows after a little push to point. One more to the total. So Mahi, the opening bowler, coming back to do her job and finishing off this innings. Smash like a tennis shot. Ball seems to be holding up just a fraction. We saw the ball before where they pulled down to the fine leg. Batter had so much time to get behind it and pull it. This time just went a fraction short and almost a cross bat. Gives everyone an indication what this wicket does as the day wears on. Now that is the line and that is the length. A right-hander going across the left-handed batter.
End of 17 overs. It's 83 for 7. 3 overs left. 87 runs needed by Titans. Puja. Last ball was a dot. Pujasa comes back into the attack.
Have to appreciate you can just pick the ball right back up and bowl a yorker to put a question mark on the batter's head. The Freedom Flyers' ability to keep the pressure on, not for just small periods of time, but such long periods of time, have really been the difference. Down the leg side, it's going to be a wide.
May take 10 to 15.
Thank you.
Yeah, 85 cents.
This one's in the air, long off is coming in. So another long single
Ready on strike.
as the match starts to come to a conclusion. The Flyers have really left their footprint on this opening day of the inaugural American Women's Premier T20 Cricket Tournament.
That's one.
Opening the face of the bat, and that's going to be 4. Beautifully played. It was wide outside off stump. And just a delicate touch. An opening in the face of the bat gets another boundary. And the Titans are going to need a flurry of boundaries to get back in this match. So Palak gets her 3rd boundary of her innings.
We can, yeah, after 10, 12 overs, that can go off. Game can go. They can remove. That's
High in the air, off the toe of the bat.
This one. Go, Mike.
one camera can be.
So there you have it. After 18 overs, just 2 overs to go. And you can see the blue worm all over the pink worm. Or should we say a purple worm? Siva, would you say that's purple or blue?
For my eyes, it looks like a purple.
Purple. I agree. The purple worm is definitely on top of the pink worm. And this can go to the boundary. It does. 4 more. Just a fraction wide. Got back, opened the face of the bat. But her balance was fantastic. Rocking back. Was in full control. Let's call it an educated edge.
She has played another similar boundary. She has scored it there, Ryan, in a couple of overs ago, and she continued to use that place. She slashes and slashes hard.
A huge appeal for LBW. That's out. Adas again. Stump to stump bowling. Gets another wicket. That's her 3rd. After struggling to find her line and length in the opening parts of her spell, she corrected it, started on middle and off, and this was stump to stump. A fraction movement off the seam was enough to catch the batter.
Hitting her on the back leg, there is no question. Ball hitting the stump.
So Palak, who was so dangerous, 21 off of 18. Aras, who did a great job in adjusting her line and length, gets the last laugh. 97 for 8.
Suhani. Yeah. Suhani.
Middle, please. Middle. Thank you.
The new batter, Suhani Tadani, comes back, comes into the line. Oh, touch and run for a single. Oh, sent back by non-striker.
I don't know, dog. You looked out.
Luckily, it's not an out.
But the urgency and the technique in the field by the Flyers is what put the pressure on the Titans.
Can I use your bat, please?
Oh, yeah.
The Titans do not want to take any risks in the field against the Flyers, feeling.
It's like me, can't stand still.
And that was the first delivery for Suhani to try and get off the mark. Of course, she wants to get that first single, that first run. Slower delivery. And that natural away swing gets past the right-hander. Was there a touch?
No, no, no.
Looks like a bye.
By the score. So Sanvi, 10 off of 12, will try to finish this innings and carry this innings over to tomorrow. Remember, 3 teams, each team plays each other twice. So there's a lot of cricket to be played. 3 matches today, 3 tomorrow on Saturday, and the grand finale on Sunday.
Ball field? Umpire ball?
Last ball of Aris's spell. Whipped off the legs, over mid-wicket. Oh, she took the catch, did she? That's out.
And it is
What a
none other
catch.
than CRP again.
That is wicket number 4 for Aras, who is in bowling stubborn line and length after a rickety first over. And they're trying to get her away. Savani playing across the line. And CRP with a nonchalant catch makes something hard look easy. So there's a procession of batters over the last few minutes. 99 for 9. If 111 is Nelson, what is 99 for 9? Anything? Trouble. Trouble.
That's
what
a good
that is.
question, Ryan. Yeah, it's
Trouble.
it's
99
not
for
something
9.
you want to see in a 2020 scoreboard
Do
or
the
any cricket
Did
scoreboard.
the umpire raise both legs or just one leg for this one?
That's a good thinking. Let's see what our umpire panel Sundar has to say about it.
Umpire Sundar, would you raise both legs at the same time for 99?
Ritu Singh finishing 20th over for their innings, starting with the dot balls.
And Ritu Singh always looks like she's late for an appointment when she's bowling. Finishes over very quickly. Gets to the pitch of the ball, is high in the air,
And another catch by
and takes the
CRP.
catch. So Ritu Singh wraps up the innings. CRP in cover, excellent as ever. 10 out of 10. 5 stars on Yelp in fielding. Never got to the pitch of the ball, came off the shoulder of the bat. And Chetna takes an easy catch. And for my opinion, she's the player of the match with her innings and her ability on the field. So Freedom Flyers win their second match in a row. They win their first match by 70 runs. They win their second match by the same margin. Absolute dominant performance from the Flyers. They take maximum points from the first 2 games. But don't go yet. The Titans will take on the Patriots in the third match. It will be a shortened match. It will not be the full 20 overs, from what we understand. We will get back to you and tell you the exact amount of overs that will be bowled in the third match. But until then, Freedom Flyers 2 out of 2 take maximum points on the opening day. Coming up next, Titans Patriots. Stay tuned. Man is fantastic. He's an all-rounder. He can score, he can commentate. Yeah, he's a coach.
So we have a committee of 10 people. You know that?
10.
10 people committee is representing all of us.
No, please.
Yeah.
They want people here.
Yes.
Maybe I'll sit next to you.
Yeah.
Actually,
No.
tomorrow I am not here. If you could jump on here
No,
tomorrow.
even for a third game. Come on in, Rajit.
Do some work, jump in.
I'll just decide for some time. I'll come in here.
What I'll do is when the third game starts, I'll start it with Siva, and then after 2 overs I'll hand it over to you. Come take a shift. Okay? Siva, you're a godsend.
I may as well be a little useful.
Oh, here's a chair. Yes, I need to. Here's a chair right here.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, this old legs can't take this 80 over thingy. This is not a test match for me.
3 matches.
Yeah. Now wait till I get home. And tomorrow do the same thing again. Action replay.
You should bring a seat out there.
I was just thinking, I know,
Yes.
I think in the English league
Yes.
matches, I have seen umpires use that little thingy.
Yeah, there's stool.
Yes, sir.
Are you all staying in one hostel?
Most of us, yeah. I think 90%.
In one place, right?
Yeah. Staybridge. It's a new opened in Claremont. So the guy, Suresh, that was a good place. So nice, clean, new. Do you have a kitchenette in your rooms at all?